Hey everybody, welcome back to part 2 of the Active Directory basics from TryHackme. In my last video, we went over what the basics of what Active Directory was, how it's used, some of the services, and today we're just going to be exploring further on. So today we're going to be really diving into managing users in Active Directory, and we will definitely go from there. So as our machine spins up, I'm just going to go ahead and do the whole read through. All right. So your first task as a new domain admin is to check the existing ADOUs for users, and some recent changes have been happening to the business, and you've been given the following organizational chart and expecting to make changes to the AD to match it. So we're going to make sure that all these guys have the proper permissions, as well as whether they are in the same and the right organization unit that they're supposed to be in. So the first task is going to be able to delete extra OU users or OUs and users. So as soon as this machine springs up, we'll go ahead and start the task. One of the things we're going to do is I'm going to open it up in there we go. Full screen, so this way I got a better view of it. Here's my TryHackme box. Over here is my Active Directory box. All right, and we are going to exit from here so we have a better view of this. So first task is going to be deleting extra OUs and users. The first thing you should notice is that there are additional departments OUs in our current AD configuration that doesn't appear in the chart. Remember, we're going to be matching this chart to the next OU chart. We have been told that it was closed due to budget cuts and should be removed from the domain. So if you right click on the OU and try to delete it, you'll get the following error message. So let's go to. All right. Okay, whatever there. Let's go ahead and open up the server manager. All right, plain and simple. And then from here, we're just going to be going on to the tools and the computer and user management. All right, tools and Active Directory users and computers. We're not going to need this, so we'll shut that portion of this down. Sorry, where'd you go? You here. You stay there. You go down. All right, so as you can see, per the lesson plan, this basically sits here and says there's an extra OU where it's not supposed to be. And it's pretty straightforward that there is one called research and development. And as you can see in the flow chart, that there's only supposed to be marketing, sales, and IT, along with manager Daniel. So we have to go ahead and we have to delete this guy. So ways to do that would be, well, I'm going to go through it. So we're going to right click on it and we would go ahead and delete it. And it'll give you the prompt that says, but do you really want to do this? And then it'll tell you you do not have sufficient privileges. Now, in order to get away from that, we come all the way up to here to view, right? We go to advanced options, we go to THM, right? And we have the same organizational units that are in the parent in the last one. But these are going to have a little extra permissions and extra features. So same thing, we're going to go ahead and we are, let me see if it's this or if it's going to be, this is going to run the same error, right? So we have to go here, go to properties, all right, and properties, go to object, and then from object, it's going to say protect object from accidental deletion. That is a standard feature. We are going to disconnect that, apply that, and then we are going to click OK. And then from there, it's just simple, easy peasy. All right, 1, 2. That's going to say, hey, it's going to be gone if you delete it and all of its people, users, and everything in the department. So you're going to click yes, and that is it. It is gone. So that is the pretty much the easiest way to go through and delete some of the OUs that are not needed. And that basically just covers everything that we just do here. So you're more than welcome to read that if you so willingly choose. All right, so we, let's see. All right, so now next thing we're going to do is be sure to uncheck it. After deleting, oh, sorry. After deleting the extra OU, you should notice that some departments and users don't match. So we're going to do create and delete users as needed to match them. All right, pretty straightforward. We're going to go through, we're going to delete users to make sure it matches the diagram that we have. So let's go with, open that, users, nope. We don't need this. We could probably just get away from advanced features, click on HTM, sales, right? We don't need Christine. We don't need Robert. All right. Delete Robert. Let's see who else. Philip, Mary Claire, Mark, Sophie Thomas, and then Daniel. So now we're just going to go through and check. IT has Claire, Philip, and Mary. Daniel, and marketing has Mark. We are good to go there. Moving on, we are past that point. Now go into the topic of, delegation. Where are you? One of the nice things you do in AD is give specific controls over some OUs. This process is known as delegation, and and allows you to grant you specific privileges to perform advanced tasks on the OU without needing domain admin to step in. One of the most common use cases for this is granting IT support. The privileges to reset lower privileges passwords. According to the organizational chart, Philip is in charge of the IT support, so we'll probably want to delegate the control of resetting the passwords over sales, marketing, and management OUs to him. So we'll first select delegate control, and then we'll go through the prompts. So going back here, we see that we have IT, management, sales. We're going to come to sales. We're going to click sales, right click, right, delegate control. No problems, and it's going to walk us through the wizard. Now in the wizard, we are going to sit here and say add. So we want to have added Philip to, we're going to type Phil, check the name, got Philip at THM, and that's it. We're going to make him the guy who's able to reset all users' passwords. Click it, next, and finish. We're going to go through and do this the entire marketing and management team. So we're going to go to marketing and repeat, right? So next, here we're going to add Phil, all right? Check name, that's Philip, done, check, reset, check, and finish. And one more with management, and Daniel, go here, same thing, delegate control, this, right? Phil, check name, where are you? There you are. All right, boom, reset. And these are all the privileges that you could grant to anybody that delegate controls, or Phil to delegate controls over these OUs. So next, all right, and then finish. And that's that portion of it. Now, avoid mistyping, check names. We already went through that. Went through this. The same thing. Okay, so the next couple times, now Philip should be able to reset any user on the sales department, on the marketing department, and the management department. And you'll probably want to repeat these steps to delegate through marketing and management. We'll leave this for the task. We'll continue to configure the OUs if you so desire. So now we are going to have to, let's use Philip's account and try to reset Sophie's password. So here are the credentials to use for RDP. So we're over here, and I don't know if we've covered RDP yet, but we're about to. We're going to type in RDP. This is a remote desktop protocol. All right. There you are. And we are going to go over to the computer name that is associated with the IP here. We could find that by I mean, there's many ways we can find it, but for right now, for brevity's sake, coming here, this says the machine is not listed. Oh, right here. This is the machine. It's also located right there. 64, 134, 100. And 64.134.100. All right, that's going to ask us to connect to the computer. So we're actually trying to get into that computer, and we're going to type in these credentials that we have down here for Philip. Right. So this basically allows the domain controller to verify that this is Phil. These are his credentials, and that we'll use this as the username to verify that the domain controller has access, or he would have access to this machine. I'm sorry, my brain's all over the place. Come on. Copy, right? Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Paste. THM/Philip. Probably have to put in the password. Yep. Yeah. And the password was Claire 2008. Okay. Claire CLAR. Okay, so now we are now on another machine. So if we were to try to check it, we would be able to see that this is ours, right? All right. Wish I could look at it. Probably could. So next we're going to be running PowerShell. So these are going to be the PowerShell commands that we're going to be using down here. Now, while you may be tempted to go to Active Directory users and computers and try to test Philip's new powers, it doesn't really have the privileges to open it. So you'll have to use the methods to do password resets. So in this case, we'll be using PowerShell to do so. So this is the PowerShell script we're going to be calling. Let's see. Set AD account password. So it's going to be here. For some reason, this doesn't have a clipboard. It usually does. But I'd like to be able to check. So we'll go to PowerShell anyway. So we're going to type in set ADA count. So set tech ADA count. All right. So far, so good. Password Sophie reset. So password Sophie. Let's see, we got reset. New password. Reset. Reset. New password. I really wish I could just do this. I wish I really just copy it, but I can't. It just doesn't work that way. Ask Echo. Screw Echo. All right, new password. Reset new password. All right. Tech new password. All right. Let's see. No, I didn't think so. From here we're gonna go new password. Read host. Read tech host. Set as secured string. Tech. Where are you? I already forgot it. As secure string. As secure string. All right. prompt, new password, verbose, prompt. I also recommend that you guys start to learn as much PowerShell as you can. Everybody uses and learns prompt. Everybody learns CMD, but I definitely recommend you guys learning how to use PowerShell. So, new password, and those are in quotes. New password. All right. New password. Close parentheses and verbose. Let's see what happens. Close parentheses. Tech verbose. New password. Let's just go password. 1, 2, 3. Performing operations at so this basically sits here and says that we've actually successfully made her password what we just set it to, which was password 1, 2, 3. Nothing funky, nothing crazy. So let's go ahead. All right, and this is the readout that you're supposed to be getting. Performing operation, set AD. Blah, blah, blah. So since we wouldn't want Sophie to keep using a password, we can use a force password reset, the next login, and the command. So we're going to do that one more time. We're going to set AD user. So we're going to say set tag AD user. All right. Set AD user, change password at login. Okay, check. Tag change password login. All right. Make sure that's correct. Come on. Stay with me. Now, there you go. Log on. Log on. All right. We're going to set this to true. TRUE. Meaning that we want this to engage for her to set a new password. So it wouldn't even matter what we put in there, just as long as we had something. Because we're going to be changing the network and changing the password at login. So it's true, and then the identity, Sophie, and the verbose. Okay, so tech identity, Sophie, tech verbose. All right. Looks pretty good on my end. All right, identity, Sophie, verbose, true, change password at login, and then that's not right. Yep, that's not right. So syntax error would have caused a syntax error. We want to go back over here and make sure that this is like this. And there you go. Now, all right. Performing the operation set on target, blah, blah, blah. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and RDP into Sophie, and then we're going to be able to get our own deal. So we're going to go back in here to RDP once again. All right, RDP, simple, easy peasy. And now we are going to go, what would be the, let's see, login Sophie's account with a new password and to retrieve a flag. But what would be the, let's try the same IP address, right? So let's go 10, what was it? 64.134.100 and see if that will give us different login screen. And we'll just do it with Sophie's account instead. So from here, we're going to go THM /Sophie. All right. And then we will just type in password 1, 2, 3. Right. User must be changed before password. So this hopefully worked. Let's just do password. All right, 1, 2. Let's see if there's another one I have to do. All right, well, almost there, almost done. Confirm password. We're just gonna use password 1, 2. All right, looks about good. Sign it. Changing user password. Changer has been password. Password changed. Number of connections is here. Try connecting later or contact the system administrator. So we actually have to log out of this one. So we are closing this guy, right? And then we're going to do this once more time, but we're going to be doing this and get to Sophie's account. So hopefully it didn't change the password, but we'll see. Even if it did, we know it's 1-2. All right, so RDP. All right, we're opening it up. We're connecting. All right, sometimes that'll happen. So let's go THM /Sophie. All right. Okay, we'll do that one more time, and we'll do password 1, 2, 3. Oh, so we'll do it one more time with the new password PASS1. All right, cool. So that's basically what happened. We were able to change the password, but the RDP session was already in session, so it couldn't restore 2 sessions at once. So we had to get kicked off of one in order to activate the second machine. So we were using Phillips, and then we used Sophie's to get the flag. And this right here, if I can get to it, that's going to be your flag. Thanks for contacting IT support. So we're going to copy that, we're going to grab that, and we're going to put that guy right here. Now, all right, that's our flag. Flags are never that easy to get. The process of granting privileges to a user over some AU to another AD object. Let's call it delegation. Delegation. Right on. So this is going to be where I break off for tonight. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and catch me on the next one, which is going to be managing computers in AD. Yep, and I will definitely see you in the next one.